Learn how to turn your glass from this to this. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode of Chemical Guys Detail Garage. Today we have a brand new product drop. I'm not gonna make you guys wait any longer. It's right here behind this towel. You guys have been asking for a while now that you guys have wanted a product that cleans glass and protects your glass from water to repel liquids and contaminants. Well, you have it right here with our brand new HydroView. So we've combined everything that you guys know and love about glass cleaners and infused it with the power of SiO2 nanochemistry. So HydroView is a ceramic glass coating. So what this is, it's pretty much a glass cleaner combined with a ceramic coating. So now you can go ahead and clean your glass, achieve that optimal clarity, and also layer a ceramic UV protectant and extreme slickness to the surface that sheds contaminants right off so that you have crystal clear clarity at all times. So you can use it to apply it on your glass to clean up light dust, debris, fingerprints, whatever's on your glass, and also layer it with a durable ceramic UV protectant and give it extreme slickness that is gonna reject any kind of contaminants that comes your way. So I'm gonna show you guys how to use it right now. All right guys, so first things first, what I wanna do right here in the windshield is show you guys how easy and how quickly you can use a product like HydroView and achieve incredible results. So the first thing I'm gonna do is grab some tape. And I'm gonna also set it down in the middle of the glass right here, because I want to show you guys what a treated surface looks like. Here I have my waffle weave towel, which I personally think works the best with this application because you have that waffle-like texture to the towel that picks up any kind of contaminants on your glass so that it's not just smearing around. You pick it up and it kind of filters it throughout the towel so that you have a nice, easy glass cleaning experience. Grab your bottle, spray directly into your towel. Now, if you're doing this indoors, then you can go ahead and spray directly onto the glass if you're doing it indoors or in a shaded environment. If you're doing it outdoors in the sun, I would recommend just doing what I just did, spraying it directly on the towel and then working it onto the surface. Reason for it is because the last thing that you want to do is spray it onto your entire windshield and then, the sun pretty much dries it up because the sun gets pretty hot, guys. Believe it or not, it gets pretty hot. It hits up the surface and it would prematurely dry up the product, thus wasting it, and we do not want to waste our product. We want to make the best use out of it. So what we're going to do now is, since I'm working indoors, I'm going to spray directly onto the surface and give this little area 5 little sprays, and I also have 3 sprays on my towel as well. And then what I'm going to do is move this tape out the way and then grab my towel and simply wipe in straight motions. And just like that, you pick up any kind of grime, excess, fingerprints that are on the surface, anything that's really on the glass. You can use this method to clean it up, and then grab your other side of your towel, come back and pick up any kind of excess grime, any kind of excess cleaner left behind, and also buff in that layer of ceramic SiO2 protection. So it's as easy as that. As you guys saw, it's not a crazy process. It's pretty straightforward. Spray, wipe, and you got yourself crystal clear glass and amazing slick results. Now, on the weather, it does happen to look like it's gonna be raining soon.
That is correct, Joey. We have a 99.6271% chance of precipitation coming down southbound from the upper west coast region in the next couple days.
All right, guys, so we just got our weather update. Now we're just gonna go ahead and let that windshield settle for now until we actually get to that inclement weather. So we're gonna put HydroView to the test. So we're gonna be testing it in these inclement weathers to show you guys what HydroView will do if you apply it to your windshield. Remember, HydroView does provide extreme slickness to your glass, so it's gonna create that layer of hydrophobic properties that's gonna just reject any kind of contaminants, including water, from sticking to your glass, thus making it much more safer for you to drive in those inclement weather conditions. Now, for the meantime, I do wanna go over a different situation on this side glass. Now, I know the side glass doesn't look dirty at all, but what I realize is that it's very, very contaminated. So what I want to do right here is show you guys somewhat of a different scenario. So the windshield, it wasn't too bad. So for all you guys that have, pretty well-maintained cars, take pretty good care of them, your glass isn't too bad, you may have a coating on there already, or sealant or wax, whatever the case is, and you take pretty well care of your glass, then HydroView will work out amazing. But what happens when you don't have the luxury of having already clean or somewhat clean glass? This right here is very dirty, and HydroView is a ceramic coating. So, HydroView is a cleaner, but it's also a ceramic coating. So the last thing that I want to do is lock in the layer of contaminants that's on this glass with that coating. So what I'm going to do here is clean it with a product like Streak Free to safely clean this up. Just going to spray a light little coat onto the surface and then grab my microfiber towel and wipe off the excess of the cleaner and any kind of grime that's sitting on the surface. Now, right now, as soon as I'm done buffing it off, I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So the glass may look fine, you know, cool, that's all good and all, but the thing is that it has embedded contamination. So right now, well, I feel the paint, check this out. Not so smooth, right? Sounds pretty raspy. If you guys know what a clay bar is, you guys will know that that's exactly what a clay bar is built for. So that's exactly what I'm gonna be using right now. So I have my OG clay bar right here. So I'm gonna grab myself a little chunk here. Nothing crazy, just enough for me to go ahead and cover this glass. Oh, that's stretchy. So I'm gonna grab my clay bar there, knead it around. Just gonna go ahead and knead it into a little patty and catch that before it falls. Man, fast reflexes, check that out, guys. So grab my clay bar. I do have some clay lube right here. And what I'm gonna do is decontaminate the surface. So what I'm gonna do is spray directly onto my glass here. And this clay bar is actually gonna remove the embedded impurities that are in the actual glass. So then that way we have a much better bond and we have better clarity when we apply our HydroView. So clay bar, super easy to use. You know, we've done tons of videos covering clay bar. You know, if you guys need any kind of further explanation on what a clay bar is and how to use it, you guys can check out our other videos. Right here, I'm giving you guys a pretty much, you know, quick rundown as you know how to use it. All you really need to do is spray yourself some clay luber and glide it left and right. And you can, if you guys didn't know already, clay bar can actually be used on glass. You know, you can use clay bar on glass, paint, metal, you know, any kind of smooth, glossy surface. Feel free to go ahead and use a clay bar on it to decontaminate it and get it as nice and glass smooth as possible. So now that I'm done with the glass, I'll show you guys my clay bar right here. Now this clay bar was yellow and now it is covered with all the contamination that was sitting on that glass. So just imagine, you clean your car, you think it's all perfect and all, and then you clay it and find that. You know, that's one of the most satisfying things about clay barring, seeing the contamination that you removed. So now what I'm gonna do is grab my clay bar. I'm just gonna put it back into its packaging for now. I'll sort through it later. And then I'm gonna grab my towel here and buff off the remainder of the clay lubricant. I'm just gonna buff it off so that we don't have any kind of remaining clay lubricant or contaminants sitting on the surface. That way, when we apply our HydroView, we have a proper bond. So, you know, one of the first things I did mention is that, you know, with HydroView, since it's a ceramic coating, you know, with the product like this, you don't need extensive prep, but you do want to make sure that at least you're applying it onto a clean surface and a contaminant-free surface. That way you have the best results. You know, you can use it on your glass if it is contaminated, if you wish, you know, that's entirely up to yourself. But to achieve the best and perfect clarity, I would highly recommend that you clay bar and make sure that there are no impurities prior to applying the coat of HydroView. So now that we're all said and done, I'm gonna grab my bottle of HydroView and apply it to the glass. HydroView is not just for your ride. You can use it on any glass surface. You can use it on windows, glass shower doors, mirrors, glass tables, glass countertops, and any other glass surface that you can think of. One of the very many beauties of HydroView is that you get that crystal clear reflection and shine, so that you have the best visibility at all times. Especially when you're driving that inclement weather, you want to make sure that you have a product like HydroView on your glass so that your glass repels all that water and you have the safest driving conditions possible. All right, guys, so that weather forecast was correct. We did get some rain here in LA, a pretty decent amount, and as you guys can see, check out those results. So on the driver's side, you'll actually see that the water beads up and, you know, pretty much flies right off of the surface, whereas on the passenger side, you'll see that the water drags on. Now, the biggest, you know, thing to take away from this footage is that the driver's side beads up the water, which means that the water doesn't want to stick to the surface. So as you're driving with the wind hitting it, it's just going to kind of pretty much pull it off of the surface, you know, lift it up so that you have that crystal clear clarity at all times. Whereas on the right side, the water wants to stick. So with the untreated surface on the right side, on the passenger side, you'll see that the water sticks, it drags, it makes it very, very difficult to see, especially, you know, if you're going to be driving in inclement weather, you know, that's definitely what you don't want on your glass. You don't want that happening because that's a hazard, you know. That's a very dangerous thing to do as you're driving those inclement weather conditions, especially if you're ever trapped in a rainstorm, thunderstorm. You want to make sure that your glass is always crystal clear clarity because you want to make sure that you're driving in the safest driving conditions possible. HydroView also maximizes your clarity by reducing haziness, cloudiness, and fogging that happens on your glass. All right, guys, and there you guys have it. As you guys saw, we achieved some pretty incredible results on the side that we treated on this FRS. As you guys saw, the water does not stick. It beads up just like it's supposed to do. And all in all, HydroView did exactly what it was supposed to do: clean up the glass and give it the amazing ceramic SiO2 protection shine and clarity. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give this video a like. If you guys want to pick up your bottle of HydroView today, go to our website, chemicalguys.com, or swing by your local detail garage store. Until then, we'll see you guys next time. Woo.